And now, Pujya Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda commences tonight's satsang with a Sanskrit peace chant.
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We begin with mystic song by Sri Swami Lalitananda, played and sung by Sri Swami Umananda and Rajneesh.
Our song tonight is called All is Full. In the early morning, I hear the temple bells playing across the Ganges river, and clouds of music from my veena drift like white mist over the moving waters. When the bells ring, the spirit of wind sings. All is full, from full comes full. Take full from full, what is left is full. All this is divine self. Take the world away. What is left is Brahman. All this is the divine self. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti We are recording from the ashram of our revered Guru Pujya Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda in Miami, Florida. Today is December the 16th, 2020, Wednesday evening, and tonight Swamiji will be lecturing on the Yoga Vasistha. This is series 2018, class number 298. And now Pujya Atman Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda.
Om Brahmanandam Param Sukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganu Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Om. Adoration to Sadguru is Brahman, the giver of supreme bliss, embodiment of pure consciousness, one without a second, vast as the ether, infinite, eternal, beyond the three gunas and their modifications, the supreme preceptor. Yoga Vasistha Nirvana Prakarana Purvardha, Section 38. Worship of God through objective meditation. First point is worship of God. Worship of God is to realize Aham Brahmasmi. Brahman is the absolute God. And Brahman alone is real. So that realization is the purpose of meditation or worship. The worship has two aspects. Focusing on Aham Brahmasmi and the great utterances of the Vedas. Aham Brahmasmi, Aham in you is Brahman. Nothing pleases your mind than the word Aham. But make the mind more fulfilled. Because if your Aham is ego, it is a malady. Ego Aham is Ahamkar. So that obstructs your worship. When ego Aham melts, and the real Aham shines. That's the subjective worship. Objective worship, all this is Brahman. So wherever your mind goes, of course it goes towards the world, towards the news, towards people, towards the history, towards geography, towards so many things. All this is Brahman. That is the purpose of worshipping God. And with that, we continue. Lord Shiva, and who is giving these teachings? Lord Shiva to sage Vasistha. That's a storyline to make it appear that this is the most authentic teaching you can ever hear. Because no one can be as great a disciple as Vasistha. And no one can be more authentic than Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva said, O sage, this pure consciousness which witnesses the dance of the time spirit. In the previous Satsanga, we talked about the dance of the time spirit. All your experience in this world is a dance of the time spirit. And who dances? Brahman, in the form of Prakriti. Prakriti is his magical power. If his magical power dances, it is his Brahman alone is dancing. And who supports this dance? Same Shiva. So sometimes you see the Devi pictures, Devi dancing, and on whom Shiva is under. So time spirit as the Devi, Prakriti Shakti, dances. Shiva supports the whole dance. The magic of Brahman creates the entire universe. And who supports the entire magic? Brahman himself. So that's O sage, this pure consciousness which witnesses the dance of the time spirit is a great God who is worthy of adoration by all who seek realization. He is the support of all beings, the all-pervasive reality, and is to be realized through intuitional knowledge. The great God abides in the vessels, clothes, trees, walls, carriages, monkeys, and all objects. Sarvam Brahmiti Upasitya. All is Brahman. That's your worship. The goal of worship is to come to that state. This does not mean that everything that you do in your worship, you should simply renounce it. It simply means that everything that you do in your worship should pave the way for that internal understanding, profound understanding, that all is Brahman. Internally, you are Brahman. Essentially, behind all world experience, there is nothing but Brahman. And this point is elaborated with Gada Parinyaya, now hitting your head by describing it from different ways. Also remember always the basic Vedantic principle. Brahman, his magical power, Prakriti. Prakriti goes into three modes. Sattva predominating Prakriti. Then Brahman turns into role of Ishvara. Same Brahman through Rajas predominating Prakriti called Avidya turns into countless jivas. And same Brahman through Tamas predominating Prakriti turns into the world of matter. Ishwar, Jiva and Jagat, three terms are very popular in spirituality. God is Ishvara, the world, all the souls, Jiva, and the world, Jagat. Ishwar, Jiva and Jagat. But all the three is same as Brahman, the Absolute. What's causing all this smell?
Oh.
Okay. This great God is to be worshipped constantly by adopting both the objective and subjective aspects of meditation. O wise sage, let me explain these two forms of divine worship to you. The mind's flow to Brahman has two aspects, objective and subjective. The objective form of meditation is to direct the mind to the universe, while the subjective form is to direct the mind to your innermost essence, which is the source of your ego, intellect, mind, and senses, and thereby to discover, in both cases, subjectively and objectively, that Brahman is the only reality. These two forms complement and supplement each other, and thus constitute an integral form of worship of Brahman. However purified your body may be, you must renounce this bodily abode by meditating upon the self which witnesses the body. Simple points are being brought to you. That your goal is not maintaining the high standard of your whole goal is not to be physically healthy. Physical health is a means to your spiritual purpose. If it is not so, then your physical health you have used in an abusive way. Dehadhyas is a basis for intensifying bondage, intensifying karmas, and you will come back to the world of birth and death again and again. Do a lot of yoga exercises, become very healthy, and then go after. Eat, drink, be merry. So that's not the goal of attending on your body. At the same time, if you are spiritually sensitive, without body's comfort, you cannot advance. Therefore, you attend on your body to make the body as healthy and painless as possible, so that when you practice sadhana, you forget about the body. The idea, I am not the body, your mind enjoys it. But if your head is aching, bones are aching, I say, I'm not the body. Try to understand, why should you be healthy? If you don't have the proper understanding, your health is a big illusion. Inward meditation on the self constitutes the material for worshipping the Supreme Self. And nothing of the external worship is to be used. In a statement, nothing should be used, simply means it should be transcended. Atman, who is the nourisher of the three worlds, is the deity to be adored. All the three worlds, Bhur, Bhuva, Swa, they shine and prosper on the basis of the self. And every individual is working hard to make the three worlds comfortable. Because those three worlds relate to three worlds of one person, are they not the same as the three worlds of another person? The three lokas are not independent realities. Every soul experiences the three lokas according to its state of evolution. And everyone sees a change in the three lokas. Your physical world, how you view it, your sentimental world, and your world of understanding. All the three. Therefore, each time you make a major step in your sadhana and you succeed, all the three worlds shake. You will believe it when you see the movies. This allegorical description shown in the stories, how all the three worlds shake. Indra shakes on his heavenly throne, sun shakes, all gods begin to shake. And ultimately, God of gods come to calm down all the shaking process. In other words, all this shaking of the three worlds has to be resolved by every soul by attaining enlightenment. If you have not attained enlightenment, the three worlds are always there. And all are shaking in a way that all the three worlds are creating a tremendous impact on your soul. He is pure consciousness. He shines like millions of suns, illumining the intellect and its functions. Physical sun illumines the objects of this world. But the sun that illumines your feelings, your understanding, that sun is much greater than your physical sun. Put it in an allegorical way, that sun is like millions of suns put together. So don't view that literally, because this effulgent sun is enough for your eyes. But whenever we speak of millions of suns, it is from the light that illumines your Bhur Loka. Million times of that light illumines your Bhuvar Loka, your sentiments. Million times your Bhur Bhuva Swaha Loka. Bhur Loka, Bhuva Swaha Swara Loka. And multiply another million to go beyond the three lokas. So God is the light of lights. The Supreme Divinity is so vast that the entire sky forms just the region of his throat, this entire Bhurloka. His arms enfold the universe from all sides. The higher worlds, wherein celestial beings abide, are like weapons held by him. Countless worlds are hidden in a corner of the region of his heart. How many worlds God can sustain? That again, same simile that I have given about the sun. All physical description of a whole kingdom. And now, in your heart there is 1,000 kingdoms. And in your deeper level, 1,000,000 kingdoms. All that is allegorical way to explain the time, space are not real. If Brahman is being misinterpreted by your own limited mind, his glorious personality stretches beyond all human imagination. Countless gods such as Brahma, Indra, Vishnu, Shiva abide in him. Even Shiva himself is telling Vasistha that even what you see of him, there are thousands of Shivas in Brahman. Thereby what is meant is the role of Sagun Sakar. Sagun Sakar is a profound support for your sadhana. But the goal behind it is not to stay in Sagun Sakar. Turn into Nirgun Nirakar. 3 steps you have to again reiterate this point. Sagun Sakar, when you meditate on Krishna, Rama, he has a form, and along with the form there are divine attributes that you meditate upon. Next stage, Saguna Nirakar. Your mind advances. It doesn't need a physical form before your eyes. So even with your eyes closed, no form around. Inwardly, you are being touched by compassion, grace, peace, joyousness of the divine self. God becomes the ocean of divine attributes. The body is not needed. How does he look? It doesn't make any difference. And Nirguna Nirakar, completely, you have to understand, all your sadhana has started with your mind. Even the best of your view of God is a mental projection. So ultimately all projections must move away. So therefore in Nirgun Nirakar, nothing. No attributes of Brahman, no form of Brahman. Let Brahman shine. Numerous Shaktis or divine powers constitute his arteries and veins. So when Brahman is described, he is described as He is equal to millions of Vishnu, millions of Indra, millions of Brahma, millions of Shiva. These deities are not being underestimated. But try to understand why the scripture suddenly uses such a strange language. Similarly, countless Shaktis, they constitute just arteries and veins of Brahman. This great God, having enfolded and transcended this entire universe, exists in his own glory. The all-devouring time spirit stands as the gatekeeper at his palace gate. In other words, that movement that transcends time is the gateway to liberation. This Supreme Being has thousands of ears, not years, but listening organ. Thousands of eyes, thousands of heads, thousands of arms. You have to understand now. An aspirant practicing meditation, he thinks that I will practice it and I will have a Virat Darshan. God will suddenly jump up with thousands of heads, thousands. What you don't realize that that's what you are seeing in the world. Thousands of eyes, thousands of ears. Just see them all in totality. To total them all the eyes, human beings, eyes of monkeys, bears, eyes of fishes, whatever, where all the eyes are the eyes of Brahman. So the Brahman has thousands of eyes. And put it in a very simple way, all that you experience through the eyes of others, must understand that you are. That gives you an opportunity to attune yourself with Brahman. And that I'm pointing to. Heart-based righteous deeds. When you make a person free of grief by helping the person led by your good-heartedness, you are adoring God. You are looking into the eyes of God. And if you have succeeded in helping a grief-stricken person to feel better, a little wink of God has come down on you. Smiling eye. How do you know it? Through the eyes of the person. You have to figure that out. These are all sensitive experiences. You have not benefited a person. You have been benefited through a divine plan. The Supreme Being has thousands of ears, thousands of eyes, thousands of heads, thousands of arms. He sees from all sides, hears from all sides, touches from all sides, tastes from all sides, and smells from all sides. There is no other experiencer than him. This is an elaboration of this statement. The God is the enjoyer, the seer, He is taster. So all that people are tasting, enjoying, who is the taster? Who is the enjoyer? Who is the subject? That God, Brahman. And that Brahman is I am. All your worship, etc., have that goal to reach. Otherwise, the worship remains shallow. Having thus meditated upon the divine self, the devotee should then worship the Lord by adopting the following insight. O sage, Lord Shiva says to Vasistha, the Supreme Divinity is not truly worshipped by offering light or incense or flowers or anything else. All these offerings are symbolic. You are offering light. You are symbolizing that I am going to understand you, O God. I offer the light of understanding. And if you really offer it through your understanding, then whatever you understood of yourself as a little light, that light merges with the light of God. And that's the offering of light. Flowers, I have mentioned about bhava pushpa, all great virtuous qualities that allow your heart to have divine feeling, expansion of divine love. All those virtuous qualities, fearlessness, compassion, charity, goodness of heart, all these are pushpas. They are the flowers. And they are the offerings that you begin to make for the advanced worship. Otherwise, you are remaining only in the kindergarten when you are simply focused on the physical offering. But each time when we say, never misunderstand, all your physical offerings are profoundly admirable. They have all their role, but you must understand, their role is to bring out blossoming of flowers in your heart. And those flowers you are offering in a divine way, not by external action, but by your feeling, by your understanding, and by your growing in a spiritual way. He is neither worshipped by the gift of food, nor by the anointment of sandal paste, nor by the offerings of various sacred objects. See, in that spirit you have to understand these points. All these are wonderful in your worship, but don't stay confined to that and miss your daily opportunity for integral practice of seva and acts of love, acts of goodness, etc. The ceaseless awareness of the self, abiding in the depths of one's heart, is the best of all forms of worship. Ceaseless awareness. Aham Brahmasmi. The another form of that, Gita, Lord Krishna presents to Arjuna Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva tena gantavyam Brahma karma sakarma samadhina. That's your goal, to come to the realization that all that you are involved in is Brahman. Whatever you are offering, that offering is Brahman. Whatever you are sacrificing, that's Brahman. All the details of worship, they are nothing but Brahman, the Absolute. And that's a profound form of worship, profoundest form. This form of worship, consisting of perpetual meditation on the self, it becomes like a Sahaj Samadhi, a constant awareness. This is more delectable than the sweetest articles that are made for worshipping the deities in the temples. When you worship and your heart resonates with Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, may all be happy. You're not asking for yourself. That, put in allegorical way, pleases your deity most. But when you are confined, oh God, that one is causing me trouble. Stretch his nose. So he looks stupid. I'm joking. As well as, this is a kind of dull-wit example, but as well as your clever deal with God, of many positive wishes and desires. I'm not going to the detail. But even the best of your positive deal is least from the point of view of advanced worship. Advanced worship, may I be your channel. Not give me what I want, but give me what you know is best. That becomes advanced worship. When you are experiencing surrender and self-effacement. To the extent you experience it, to that extent your worship is successful. But to the extent you have succeeded in just fulfilling your desire, that keeps you in it, that's wonderful. Even if you have a headache and someone cures it, it's a wonderful news. But you are not cured all over. So, any fulfillment that you experience is wonderful. But do not remain childish. The absolute fulfillment will not be according to your concept, but according to God's will. If you surrender to God and your ego I am disappears, the real I am shines forth. And all that you desire have been already fulfilled. Purnamadaha Purnamidam. With that goal in view, your worship is real worship. So this form of worship unfolds the vision of increasing bliss of the self. Having meditated upon one's own self as a great deity, one should become immersed in pure consciousness. Nothing is dearer to this great deity than the offering of profound meditation, the type of meditation that I have been describing, Aham Brahmasmi. This self cannot be attained by any other method. O sage, by meditating upon this self, one becomes the enjoyer of all objects. You become Brahman. Then everything that is enjoyed is all included. Just as a householder enjoys the objects of his house, in the same manner, the sage enjoys the objects of the whole universe. A sense of universality develops in the personality of a sage, and all living beings are his family. Sarvabhut hite rata, Vishwabandhutva. The whole world is Bandhu, your near and dear ones. This deep-rooted understanding that you and the universe are never separated from each other is one and the same. A wave and the ocean are one and the same. This is because he becomes one with the self, who is the enjoyer in all. O sage, if one were to maintain this glorious vision of the self, even for 13 minutes, he would obtain the merit of having given the gift of a milk cow to a Brahmin. Now this whole profound ideal is brought in a lower grade setup. It's like introducing advanced mathematics to students who are in a lower grade and startling their mind. So now from each upasana, people view it, evaluate their upasana on the basis of the time they spent, how many mantras they have recited, how many prayers they have offered. But this is like giving a milk cow to a Brahmin. If you were to worship this deity for 100 minutes, it really is moments, he would receive the merit of having performed an Ashwamedha Yajna. What you read in the scriptures. Kings used to gain great merit and power by performing Ashwamedha Yajna. But only a short duration of your sensitive view, glimpse of who am I, if you allow the breeze of glory of I am to enter your mind, just few seconds, clear view, as if you have done so much worship, offered so many prasads, all become even lesser than what you have experienced. So that type of mathematical presentation is given. He who worship the Supreme Divinity for half an hour would receive the merit of 1,000 Ashwamedha Yajnas. Imagine with all your great worship and righteousness, you are in a position to be a ruler, and you have all the power and do 1,000 Ashwamedha Yajnas. All one side. And half an hour of perfect vichar on one side. This vichar movement, aham brahmasmi, sustained with clear vision, even for half an hour, is a tremendous impact. Try to understand. If your near puja room is always closed up like a cave, and you have best of candles and best of little lights to make the room joyous, but thousands of them are nothing compared to opening the window and let the sunlight come in. It's not discouraging you. He who worships the self by presenting the offering of meditation for a full hour attains the merit of having performed a Rajasuya Yajna. And if his worship were to extend from morning to midday, he would receive the merit of 100,000 such Rajasuya Yajnas. He who worships the Supreme for a day and night abides with the Supreme Self. The ultimate goal is attained if you could maintain it for 24 hours. O sage, such is the objective worship of the Supreme Being. This is indeed the highest form of yoga, as well as the highest form of all accomplishments in life. Whoever engages himself in this form of worship becomes fit to be adored by all beings. And we will continue. Om Ram 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 Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om. Prayer for shower of Karunamaya Ras grace over all, with the blessings of Shakti, Bhakti and Mukti. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukuva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshyamamritat. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Hari Om Tat Sat.
Does anyone have any questions? Shri Ram.
Pranam Gurudev. Gurudev, you described the subjective part of the worship as ceaseless meditation on the self, and then you also described the objective as seeing the God in the world. Mm-hmm. Is that only possible truly when you evolve and you have a dual consciousness? But until that point, how does one go toggle back and forth between the objective as you are going around the world and subjective. Can
When
do
you
both?
are at your home, you see, you are doing subjective worship. When you go out on your job, you are doing objective worship. You have no choice. So that is not a big problem. Every human being is dealing in two ways. Time you spend, we are not dealing with anybody, but dealing with yourself, your own sentiments, your own body, your own mental process. That whole thing is described as subjective. But when you are dealing with people around you and facing your challenges, the news that come day by day, and how you interact with different people in different conditions, that becomes objective. Both continue until there is neither subjective nor objective. Brahman. But objective implies you focus on integral practice of yoga. Subjective focused on Jnana Yoga only. But both are always there. When we study it, then we study separately, one after another. In practice, you can't separate it. You can't say, oh, subjective, sit down, I'm going for objective. No, even while you are dealing with objective, subjective is involved. And both enrich each other, supplement, complement. And it is objective one that is elaborated in the Gita as Vibhuti Yoga and Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga. And subjective one, Jnana Drishti. Even the Gita, they have given Vibhuti, Vishwarupa Darshan, and Krishna ends up saying, "O Arjuna, you have to go to the Guru and get Jnana Drishti." So that Jnana Drishti movement is subjective. Vibhuti Darshan, Vishwarupa Darshan is objective. That's for advanced understanding. In practice, I have already explained, there is no separation. Same meditation can be focused on external rituals, or it can be focused on something profound. Outwardly, you are simply doing the same meditation. Okay?
Thank you, Gurudev.
And Swamiji will join us again on Friday, Bhagavad for Ramayana lecture at 7:30, and we conclude for tonight.
Yeah.
Om Shri Satguru